Respected dear friends, every day I wait for this session to sit in front of you and dwell or ponder over our Gita Shastra and other stotrams and discussing on some useful thoughts on the title of Common Sense Thought. It's a pleasure, it's a joy to be with you and adding to my own benefit it is. And I wish and pray those are seriously, sincerely, regularly pursuing at least some benefit of information and knowledge and inspiration they are getting. That's the only idea of we are coming together every day, and that you may get information, you may get knowledge, you get some conviction and transform your lives to the positive direction. So may it happen by God's effort, God's grace, and my effort, whatever I can do, so too with your efforts. So today's simple thing what we can see is about the holidays and the working days. Be busy in working days. But when the holidays come, become more busy in doing which we miss during the routine days. And that becoming more busy during holidays to do those things which we miss during the routine days is not again going for enjoyments, entertainments, eatings and sleepings. Now, the other salient, important, beautiful aspects of life which we can't get time otherwise to accomplish that these holidays, whether it is 1 day or 2 day or 3 days, let us use. For that, what we have to do is during the routine every day only, we have to plan our day in such a way that all the tiredness, those weekday workings is cleared by managing to take rest during those days only. डोंट इमेजिनिंग दिस वे कि ओके 5 दिन काम करूंगा मैं थक जाऊंगा then Saturday Sunday I will just sleep. If you think like that every Saturday you will sleep only. On the other hand, Monday to Saturday, while Friday, while working only in the evenings, nights, as you can manage and take good rest and don't feel the need of the rest, then the other 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, which are holidays, an example can be encashed for some pilgrim places, some temple visits, some orphanages, some old age visit, some social service, some satsanga, some study of books, some doing upasana extra, doing some japa, you know, meeting with some elderly people. How many beautiful things which you don't do in routine can be done, can't do in routine, can be done during the holidays. Just a thought shared with you today. Make a habit like that. So I used to go to some libraries during holidays and study the books of our great patriotic leaders. I was fond of all this. I read Chandra Bose books, Sardar Patel books, all of them, Lal Bal Pal. ये सारा हम पढ़ चुके हैं, है ना? लाला लाजपत राय, बाल गंगाधर तिलक, इन सबका इज वेरी वेरी इंस्पायरिंग life stories and the writings of Vivekananda and all. Great achievement, great Mahatmas they are all. Spending holidays in that way. So just an idea given to you. Now welcome. Today also like every day we'll have three topics to discuss. One Bhagavad Gita, second one common sense thought, third one is learning of Stotram. Today onwards we are doing the Dashavatara Stotram, all avatars. Yesterday we saw the introduction that there's no other thing other than Lord's name that we are saved. Today we will do the first avatara, Matsya avatara. In short, that in that shloka, what Bhagavan did in Matsya avatara is told. More story, if I feel like, we'll share with our attention is on learning the shloka, chanting with devotion, asking the Lord to bless us. Then in the common sense thought, let's see what Bhagavan speaks to us. In Bhagavad Gita, yesterday, 3 days, we saw the same shloka because of its importance. The 22nd one, Purushasa Partha Bhaktya Labhyastunanya Yasya Antastani Bhutani Yena Sarvamidam Tatam. So that Paraha Purusha, in whom everything is there. That Paraha Purusha who is all pervading, therefore he is in everything and everybody. Labhyaha, he can be experienced by Ananya Bhakti, by that single pointed devotion. So each of the words have superficial meanings. Those superficial dictionary meanings will not convey the actual meaning. Therefore, we took 3 days to explain every word so that it conveys the complete meaning of the context. So there we saw Purusha means not a human being or any Devata. Purusha means the Parabrahma who is Purishayanat and Purnatvat. Second, Labhya, we explained, doesn't mean obtaining like an object. Labhya means experiencing him as oneself. Then Bhaktya Ananya, we said, Bhakti is not like only the outer bhaktis of Ganti Bajao, Bhajan Karo. Here Bhakti means tuning always to the Lord. Ananya, we have explained it in 3-4 ways. One, chosen Lord, no other God. Second is one, Ananya Bhakti means not feeling him separate than us. And to practice it, Ananya means everything belonging to us. We are giving it to the Lord. Giving means using them for only the Lord. This is the meaning of Ananya Bhakti, we said. Okay, then what is the meaning of Antasthani Bhutani Yena Sarvavidam Jagata? It is He in whom everyone is there, and He is there in every one of them as support. Like all waves are in the ocean, and ocean as a substratum is there in every wave in their heart. So that Purusha Prapti is the ultimate Prapti of Moksha. That's called Akshara Parabrahma Prapti. Okay. Now, apart from this thing of meditating and realizing God, there are two more paths. One is called as Shukla Marga, another is Krishna Marga. One is called as Surya Marga, another is Chandra Marga. One is called as going and realizing Marga, other one is going and coming Wala. Those two are discussed in the next 4-5 slokas. Okay, now we will do today one, tomorrow another, and day after I am sure we will be concluding this 8th chapter also to enter into the royal secret 9th chapter, Rajavidya Rajaguhya. So I am in my own time and hurry concluding the chapters and slokas. It is in your interest, you have to listen twice, thrice each of the sloka, the talks, and then contemplate and get the essence of it. We are giving essence only, but catch that essence by your own, again listening and contemplating. In your own interest, with your own interest. Those who do it, they get the Jnana of Geetha. Then living life according to Geetha Jnanam fetches them the ultimate result of moksha. Much before that, even the worldly successes. So let us start the day. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Mukhaṁ Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaihi Stavaihi Vedaihi Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. This is a Gita Dhyanam Shlokam. In the beginning days, I taught the meaning of it. We just did our everyday prarthana of Sahanavatu Guru Brahma, then just added these two. Now, having done that, now let us come to our first topic every day, Bhagavad Gita. 8th chapter. Name is Akshara Parabrahma Yoga. Yoga is experiencing Om Akshara Parabrahma completely. Asamshayam and Samagram and Krutsunam. All the understandings and practices are being taught to us. 7th chapter itself gave us so many things. And toward the end, the 7 ways of discovering Lord was discussed by Lord. Arjuna asked the question in the 8th one. Bhagavan gave all the answer. And Bhagavan went on giving us various practices to be done. But if I start all of that, then my mind will be tempted to explain everyone. We have done all of them. Especially these 3-4 slokas of 19, 20, 21, 22, they have to be minded. Where Bhagavan said to us about ki Parastasmatu bhavaha anyaha avyaktaha avyaktat sanatanaha. So even beyond the unmanifest Mula Prakriti is Bhagavan. He is also unmanifest. But he is Sanatana. The other Maya Prakriti goes away when you discover the God. The beauty of the Paramatma is Sarveshu Bhuteshu Nashyasu Navinashyati. When everything perishes, he alone is the imperishable one. That Bhagavan is said as Avyaktaha and Aksharaha. I have explained 2-3 days about this. Bhagavan is called as Avyakta, means unmanifest, but he is not absent. He is very much pure, subtlemost present, who is not manifest in any recognizable form by the senses or the mind or the intellect. That's the meaning of Avyakta. So to Akshara means what? Imperishable. None of the destructive things can destroy the God. Whether it is called Kala, whether it's called as other 5 elements or the weapons, etc., none of them can touch it. Therefore, it's called Akshara. And that is an experience, not an object to be found. Tamahu Paramam Gatim. That's the supreme state to reach. Now we are Vyakta and Akshara. I am Vyakta as the body, etc., and Kshara continuously perishing. But when I discover the self, I find myself to be imperishable. Okay, Akshara and Avyakta is very sublime, non-manifest in the grosser form. And Yamprapya Nanivartante, reaching to that Akshara Parabrahma, one doesn't come back to again gross world of problems. In fact, Taddhama Paramamaha, Bhagavan said, that is my state of being. And that Bhagavan, to obtain him, the cares to be taken, the sadhanas to be done. Yesterday, day before we saw, just now also explained in the 22nd sloka, Purushaha Saha Paraha Partha Bhaktya Labhya tu Ananyaya. In Tulana with the other things, that Paraha Purusha is obtained by Ananya Bhakti. Today we add one more thing to Ananya Bhakti, means seeking only the God from the God. हे भगवान, मुझे आपका ही अनुभव चाहिए. अव्यक्त अक्षर जो आपका वर्णन किया गया और कविम पुराणम जो आपका वर्णन किया है, of that I have to have the अनुभूति. This only prayer for only this is called Ananya Bhakti. We can add to the explanation of Ananya Bhakti what we have done yesterday, day before, and today also summarized in the beginning. To intensify it, like that Nachiketa, he was tempted by Yavaraj with so many things. ये ले लो, वो ले लो, लेकिन don't ask me for the Paramatma. Having seen all that, Nachiketa says, तवैव वाहास्तवनुत्ते गीते, इसका वैल्यू आपको है लग रहा है, आप ही रख लो, वरस्तु में वर्णीय एवं एवं I want only Paramatma ज्ञान. Nothing else. If you don't have Paramatma Jnanam to give, I'll go empty-handed, but I will not take what you give. Pakka. In the same way, in our hearts also, I must experience the Lord as Avyaktaha Aksharaha. I must experience Him as Kavim Purana Manushasitaram. When this the Nishta, when this prayer is always to the God, this also can be explained as the meaning of Ananya Bhakti. So Ananya Bhaktya Sa Para Purusha Labhyaha. And for that, the sadhana of the jnanam is what? Yasya antasthani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. Okay. Don't get carried away the outer forms. Inquire that who is there inside them as the substratum. That's called as yes, yena sarvamidam, yasya antasthani bhutani. Sorry, yena sarvamidam. Who is the one who is supporting it? Same way, when you see the multiple world outside, don't get carried away with that. Just again observe in whom they are all there. So, what is there in every one of them? And in which all of them put together are there. So, what is there in every wave? Water. And where are all waves and all rivers and oceans are staying? Water. Is it not? In every isolated single wave, what is there? Water only. All waves put together, rivers, oceans put together, where are they existing? In water. In the same way, yasya antasthani bhutani, in whom all the beings are existing in Paramatma only. Yena sarvamidam tatam, and in and through every one of them, who is permeating? Like in and through all waves, who is permeating? We said water. So to in and through everything, who is permeating individually? वही परमात्मा है. तो हर एक चीज को एक एक को ले लो, अंदर घुसकर देखो, you will see one God. All of them put together, in what it is there, all of them there, supported by who is the one who is supporting all of them, you reach that Bhagavan. That is why Sabahya Abhyantaraha, it is said in another context. This is how the Bhagavan is there inside everyone, as a self of everyone, outside everyone as a support of everyone. Very interesting. So this is how in the Jnana Marga, this is how we meditate on him. In the Bhakti Marga, you would do the Ananya Bhakti in as a result of both Sa Paraha Purushaha, who is called as Avyakta Aksharaha, Labhyaha, can be experienced that I am that Avyakta, I am that Akshara. It's just like I seek the collector or civil service post. Yeah, I write exam and I'm qualified. Then they give that post to me. Now, what is that post given to me? वो कुर्सी में है या टेबल पे ऐसा नहीं होता. I am collector now. Is it I am the officer? In the same way, the obtaining of akshara avyakta purusha is I am the akshara. I am the avyakta. Even now that is there. We have explained to you day before yesterday. I am not changing or perishing when the waking, dream, deep sleep are coming and going. If I also change and perish, then I can see the sequential arrival and departure of them. From the birth till now, for all waking planes and deep sleeps and dreams, they all have been noticed by me. Means what? From the birth till now, I have never changed. Therefore, who is that Avyakta and Akshara? It is me only. I am now even that. But then the Kshara Yukta body, etc., with that we get identified, we are overpowered. Therefore, we forget our Avyakta Akshara. Then we say, I am a man or woman, a child, I am middle aged, I am growing. So, in that way, with the Upadhi, we identify and forget that we are Avyakta Akshara. But through the upasana, through meditation, seeing ourselves through the conditionings is transcended. We see ourselves as we are. And as we are, actually, finally, we are that Avyakta and Akshara Purusha only. This way of single pointed meditation is called Ananya Bhakti. This way of seeking only that experience is called Ananya Bhakti. Then seeing in him everyone and seeing everything in him again is Ananya Bhakti. Effort. These are all sadhana. When you do it, then that principle, which is all pervading, in which everything is there, that clicks to us. And that is Avyakta Akshara. In Vedanta Bhasha, it's called Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma or Sachidanand Brahma. And that is experienced as our own selves. Never miss that point. Finally, Bhagavan is experienced as our own self. See, I am existing. I am consciousness. If I experience Bhagavan as other than me, then he is other than existence, means non-existing. He is other than consciousness, means he is inert. Then how can the God be inert and unconscious or non-existing? Baat nahi banta na. If I am consciousness and existence and Bhagavan is unconscious and inert, how can he be as Bhagavan? Therefore, the consciousness, existence is Bhagavan. That alone is me. That is experienced. Now also it's going on, but overpowered by the other things. Just like you are a good qualified person, but suddenly the anger overpowered, you become angry. But now also that good qualities are there in you, but suppressed. When the anger goes away, then again your normal expression comes. In the same way, we are deluded by, we are this body, mind, intellect, that I am Avyakta Akshara, that is forgotten. Somehow through various sadhanas, these coverings when they are removed, then I am Avyakta, I am Akshara, I will discover. That's called as spiritual sadhana, spiritual unfoldment. Having said all that, now in this 23rd, 24th, and next 2-3 shlokas, Bhagavan talks about the two paths in which we reach to two destinations after leaving the body. While being the body, what we do the earlier sadhana, with that we discover ourselves to be Avyakta Akshara Kavim Puranam Purushaha, not this body or Deha or the mind. Then we realize our essential self, eternal, immutable, birthless, changeless, deathless. It is realization. Apart from that, there are two ways of life which define where do we go further. It is very, very, very essential for all of us, especially youngsters, to know so that we can decide where to reach and decide what to do. नहीं पता कहाँ जाना है तो कहाँ कैसे जाना है क्यों सोचेंगे हम? Is it always common sense is where to reach first you must know the destination. Then what path takes to the destination? We have to walk that. Without knowing the goal, how can the path be ascertained? So there are the two paths here. One is not coming, going further and ultimate wala, another is coming back. Other than these two, the third path is here only, no coming, no going, but just realizing our avyakta akshara real self. Through the Ananya Bhakti means deeper self internal contemplation, which we have many a times discussed in our earlier classes. आगे भी आएगा फिर देखिए. Okay, this is what it is. Let us chant the first two shlokas, numbering 23 or 24. Then I'll talk today about it little. Anything left out tomorrow. Let us do the beginning. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ अष्टमोऽध्यायः. अक्षर परब्रह्म योगः. श्री भगवानुवाच अथ त्रयोविंशति चतुर्विंशतितमौ श्लोकौ. 4 times, 2 times. Let it take 5 minutes. ओम श्री भगवानुवाच. श्री भगवानुवाच यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिं, यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिं, यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिं, यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिम् आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः, आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः, आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः, आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं, प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं, प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं. वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ, वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ, वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ, वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ. अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणम्, अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः, अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः, अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः, अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः. षण्मासा उत्तरायणम्, षण्मासा उत्तरायणम्, षण्मासा उत्तरायणम्, षण्मासा उत्तरायणम्. तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति, तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति, तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति, तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति. ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविदो जनाः, ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविदो जनाः, ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविदो जनाः, ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविदो जनाः. 2 times. श्री भगवानुवाच यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिम्, आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं. वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ. अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणम्, तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविदो जनाः. अगेन श्री भगवानुवाच यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिम्, आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं. वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ. अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणम्, तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्म ब्रह्मविदो जनाः. Okay, here and there, through Ananya Bhakti, contemplating on the Lord who is Kavim Puranam Ityadi, we experience that Lord in our heart as our own self, which is explained as Avyaktaha Akshara. Other help of other Upanishads, other meanings we take, God, Guru will guide us, then it's a clear picture. Apart from this thing, this technically called as Sadhyo Muktihi, instantaneously here only while living, getting moksha. Another called in our Shastras Krama Mukti. Sadhyo Mukti is directly becoming civil servant, IAS officer. Krama Mukti is through clerk and UDs and all slowly coming up to that. So to Krama Mukti, by doing higher and higher punyas and upasanas, you go to higher and higher and higher worlds. Ultimately, we may go to Brahma Loka. There, while being taught by Brahma Deva about our Sarupa Jnana, along with Brahma Deva, we will recognize ourselves and get Mukta. That's called Krama Mukti. So Sadhya Mukti, Krama Mukti. They are all Mukti paths. There is another one third, in which things are done in such a good or bad manner, because of which good done, we are taken to Swarga, finishes, come back. Bad done, we are taken to Naraka or other lokas, finishes, again come back. There's a path of return. Other is path of no return. Third one is path of here only getting liberated. So Krama Mukti, Sadhya Mukti, Krama Mukti, then the path of returning back. Agamana Marga. So Sadhya Mukti Marga, Krama Mukti Marga, Punaragamana Marga, returning back. The Sadhya Mukti is discussed already. Where is the 7th and 8th chapter told all the jnana practice when we do here only, as it said, avyaktaha aksharaha iti yuktaha tam ahu paramam gatim yam prapya na nivartante tad dhamma paramam mama. This is how you can reach. That can be helped by Purushasya Parapartha Bhaktya Labhyatu Ananya. In these two shlokas, the Sadhya Mukti, instantaneous, here only this very life, experience in the God, getting the Mukti, that is being touched upon. Okay. Now the two paths are said in the 23rd shloka. Among that, the first path of Marga of the light is said in 24th. Then the path of darkness is said in the 25th. Tomorrow we'll see that. Today we'll see these two ones. So, hey Bharata Rushabha, best among the Bharata clan. Arjuna belongs to Bharata Vamsha. Kuru Vamsha, Bharata Vamsha. So Bharata Rushabha, Arjuna was the best among the entire Bharata Varshiya. Vakshyami, I am going to tell you. What are you telling, sir? Yatra Kale Anavrutim Avrutinchaiva Yoginaha Prayata Yanti Tam Kalam Vakshyami Bharatarshava. Ye Bharatarshava Yatra Kale. Okay, Yatra Kale Prayataha. Yatra Kale Prayataha means in these which conditions having left the body, in which conditions having left the body, these two places the people go, I am going to tell you. What are the two? One is Anavrittim. So Yatra Kale Anavrittim Prayataha. Yatra Kale Anavrittim Yanti Prayataha. So Prayataha, those who are leaving the body, Yatra Kale, in what conditions created when they Prayataha leave the body, leave Anavrittim Yanti, they go to a place where there is no return. So here अनावृत्तिम यान्ति यत्र काले प्रयाताः, इसको इस तरह से पढ़ना है. So यत्र काले प्रयाताः यान्ति अनावृत्ति. So in whichever conditions made, what are the conditions to be made? Having made which, when one leaves the body, he goes to those worlds from where there is no return. Anavritti means non-return. So what are the sadhanas to be done to reach the non-return state? That's a simple thing. And again, second one, yatra kale prayataha avrittim yanti. What are the conditions created? And with that, when we leave the body, avrittim yanti means they come back into the same world of human life or even lower ones. Tam vakshami, that I am going to tell you, he Bharatarshabha, oh the best among Arjuna. And who does all that? Yoginaha, those who do the practice, those who do the efforts. So yatra kale tu anavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginah prayanta yanti. So prayataha yoginah yatra kale yanti chet anavrittim gachanti. So to prayataha yoginah yatra kale yanti chet avrittim gachanti tadvakshyami yanti. I am going to tell you the two paths. Okay, in that, what are the things to be done to go to that destination where there is no coming back, and what are the things that are done when it is done knowingly or unknowingly? They go to some higher worlds, but again they come back. So one is coming back wala, another is not coming back wala. Itna samajh lo, bas hai. Now first one, not coming, Bhagavan says. Then going step by step and reaching ultimate. That's called Krama Mukti. Going somewhere, enjoying whatever the result, coming back to the empty handed to the earth. It is called as Avartana, Punaravartana Marga. Here only through the knowledge realized the self on meditation is called Sadyomukti. The instantaneous liberation, step by step liberation, returning back without liberation. These are the three ways of life you can live. Most of us live the returning type of liberation, returning type of life without any immediate liberation. Because we have never heard about what is moksha, how to attain it, what to do. Oh, sarva man gaya hi nahi hamara. Therefore, all of us, with whatever we do, good things, we go to good lokas, enjoy, and again return back to the earth or any other lower yonis, whichever suitable to our existing condition that time. Mm. Sadyomukti, here and now, meditate and realize self. Kramamukti, these are the instructions given when you live life like that. You go to higher world and get your knowledge of self and get liberated. Finally, liberation is only by knowing our essential self. Because the bondage is because of binding with the not self as self. अनात्मा को आत्मा मानने में बंधन है, इसलिए मोक्ष आत्मा को आत्मा जानने में ही होएगा. What is the first path of not returning but step by step reaching the ultimate goal? Okay, it's called a Kramamukti Marga. What it is? 24th shloka. Agnir Jyotiraha Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahmavido Janaha. So it's very mystical way it is said. Will not open all the mysticism, but some symbolic understanding we tell. Okay. Tatra prayataha gachanti brahma. Brahmavidah janaha. So prayataha tatra gachanti. With above conditions, when one leaves the body, he will go to there. Where will they go? Brahma. Having gone there, what will obtain? By the Upadesha Brahma, Brahmavidaha, they discover the Brahma Tattva and get liberated. Oh, they don't come back. And what are the paths? They are Agnihi, Jyotihi, Ahaha, Shuklaha, Shanmasa, Uttarayanam. These are the 5 things. Very mystical they are. So Agnir, Jyoti, Aha, Shuklaha, Shanmata, Masa, Uttarayanam. These 5 conditionings make one leaving the body, go in that path. In which step by step he will reach Brahmaloka, taught by Brahmadeva, getting Brahmajnana, established in that he gets liberated, he never comes back. One by one, simply we say, Agnihi means what? Doing yajnas without any selfishness. It purifies antakarana. Jyoti means what? Doing upasanas, etc. Again, without any outer phalasakti, that also gives more and more inner antakarana. Ahaha means what? Living life a daytime of hard work and serving others. That's the meaning of ahaha, daytime. Shuklaha means what? Always gaining the knowledge, having positive values only. Then Shanmasa Uttarayanam obviously is the northern hemisphere path, southern and northern. The Dakshinayanam start from the July 14, goes up to the January 14th of the year. Then from the 15th January or 14th, the Uttarayana goes on. Now it's June. Today is June 10th. Today date 2023. 10th June 2023. So thus say these days. So today we are still in the Uttarayana Marga. When the Dakshinayana will start, from that time again Chaturmasa Diksha start. Shravana, Bhadrapada, Ashwaja, Kartika Masas. So these 6 months of Uttarayana Kala, and what are the 6 months of Uttarayana Kala? In that 6 months of Uttarayana Kala, whatever the festivals are there, whatever the positive yajna agas that are prescribed in our Shastra to do, when all of them are done, add that 5th one also to these 4. Agnihi, Jyotihi, Ahaha, Shuklaha. To these 4, add Shanmasa Uttarayanam. Those who live life like this, they will through the Krama Mukti go to the Brahmaloka, get the Brahma Jnana, establish in that, never come back to again as a human or any lower unit to suffer. He just discovers his oneness with Brahman and realizes. Same Brahman is experienced by Satyamukti person. Here only when goes to Guru, studies Upanishads, meditates on the self and realizes that it is Avyaktakshara, that Avyaktakshara is me only. That Kavim Puranam and Shastaram is the really it is me. That is Sadhya Mukta people. What is the never Mukta coming back? That will be told in the next shloka. But आज हम इसी पे focus कर रहे हैं. Again I told you, Agnir Jyoti Raha Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Priyata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vidha Janaha. So when those people walk in this path, they will go to the Brahma Loka. There Brahma will taught you Brahma Jnanam. Brahma Vid ban jayenge wo log. They never come back. They will be liberated. Agni means Yagniyagadi. Jyoti means Upasanadi. Aha means social services and duties. Shukla means maintaining the purity of the heart and good qualities. Uttarayana means conducting all such noble things that are prescribed for us to do during that Uttarayana Kala. Uttarayana Sankranti comes, the Shivaratri comes, Sri Ramanavami comes, all these things and any other Vedic way of told things when it is done, then he will go to the Brahma Loka, taught by Brahmadeva Brahmajnana, getting Brahmanubhuti and establishing that, never comes back. Just opposite to this will be the next path of Dakshinayana Marga. So that is Dhomo Ratri Sata Krishna, Shanvasa Dakshinayanam, Tatra Chandravasam Jyoti Yogi Prapi Nivartate. This one and the Falashruti tomorrow we'll see. उसके बाद एक और दिन होगा और 2 श्लोक. So today we'll stop here. The 2 shlokas we have seen. Yatra kale tu anavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginah prayatayanti tam kalam bhakshyami. Oh Arjuna, kala means your conditionings, preparations, efforts. So क्या क्या करने के काल में और टाइम में, अब टाइम कहते हो ना तेलुगु अपनी भाषाओं में कि कौन से टाइम में हमको वो मिलेगा. Here time means fulfilling the conditionings. So Agni, Jyoti, Aha, Shukla, Uttarayanam, Shanmasa, Uttarayanam are the conditions when created and we leave the body, we go to Brahma Loka and realize. Opposite of it is lower lokas. What it is, tomorrow we'll see. It's a very good, important thing. And the main meaning of Agni, Jyoti, Aha, Shukla, Shanmasa, Uttarayanam, usko thoda note kar lena. Though we spoke it in precise form, but that should be enough for you to catch. Simply live a noble life as guided by the Shastras. Through Krama Mukti, you realize the self and get liberated. Go according to go your own choice, contradictory to the Shastra. That is all Dakshinayana Marga. There you go. Maybe some punya kiya to uttam log jaoge, nahi to narak mein jaoge because of doing all papa. Again, we are thrown back onto the earth, giving another chance to us. So these things tomorrow, few more we'll add and see that. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Agnirjyotirah Shuklah Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Brahma Vidojana. 2 more Ratri, tomorrow we'll see. Thank you. We stop here. Now our simple common sense thought for the day is what? The mind's mischief of finding the faults in others, don't ke. Finding the weaknesses in others, don't ke. Finding the shortcomings in others, don't ke. Finding the blemishes in others. What it does, it makes us look at that person at the lower level. We start belittling him, humiliating him, insulting him. Same time, it creates arrogance in us. More than these two, those negative things will enter into our mind. Whatever the negativity, shortcomings, etc., we are observing in the people and talking about it and commenting. We have no business of that. If a person is in front, see any good or noble qualities in him, learn from it. You have no right to see any of the faults, any of the mistakes, any of the weaknesses, or any of the shortcomings in anyone, because when we entertain those negativities only come in us. And in this world, if you search, even a great sadhu sant also will have some negativities to find. So too, if you search, even a worst criminal also, you have something good to see. Yeah, so doing this thing of seeing good even in the worst should be our habit, not the other way around, that somebody is so good and great and yet like opposition party in politics trying to find only the mistakes or the faults or shortcomings or the blemishes. This is a mischief of the mind. And what is the nashtam? We will become arrogant, we will look down upon that person. then we'll do all the papa karma because of that. Don't find fault with everyone, anyone, not everyone. We have none of the business. You are an officer and there's a big project given to you. That person is doing something wrong, which is troubling the project because you are in charge of it. Then you have all the rights to scold that person, even remove him from the job also. All that you can. That's all conditions apply. But in general, the trait of the mind, mischief of the mind, any noble person finding fault. In the nature, कोई सिनेमा देखा finding fault. सिनेमा हीरो को देखा फाइंडिंग फॉल्ट. ए ग्रेट पर्सन प्लेड ए ग्रेट स्पोर्ट फाइंडिंग फॉल्ट. हमारा एक दिमाग होता है, वो यंगस्टर से ये बच्चा युवा अवस्था से वो तैयार होता है हमारे अंदर. एंड somebody is talking about the greatness of somebody, we just find fault. हाँ बस ऐसा हुआ होगा रे. आई एम ऐसे बहुत लोगों को देखा हमने. कुछ ना कुछ मुख से निकलता है by which we are not able to tolerate the goodness and growth of others. This negative trait of finding fault with others, which has nothing to yield other than the arrogance. And another thing I told you, all those negativities start entering into us. Never ever do. It's unproductive practice. The productive, useful, creative is what? Even from the worst person, look, whatever one or two good things he has got, you imbibe them. That should be the way by which, when we live, the negativity of the life goes away. Of minds, mischief of finding fault. किसी के अंदर दोष मत देखना, सब में गुण देखना. दोष देखोगे तो वो दोष हमारे अंदर आ जाएंगे, गुण देखोगे तो वो गुण हमारे अंदर आ जाएंगे. बुरा देखने में ही चला, मुझसे बुरा न कोई. Because seeing the बुरा in others itself is सबसे बड़ी बुराई. None of our business, except one or two, wherever the very strong obligations are there, never ever find fault with the people, their word, their action, their attitude, their intentional behavior. हमें क्या लेना देना? You are not here a fool proofreader. You are not in this world to do anybody's उद्धारा. आप अपना कल्याण करो, अपना उद्यान करो, अपने प्रोफेशनल गोल पे, अपने स्पेशल गोल पे दृष्टि लगाओ. To those people, this is very, very essential. This is what our common sense thought, short and sweet, should be sufficient. Now let us do our Dashavatara Stotram. Yesterday we saw Namasmaranat Anyopayam Naipashyamo Bhavatarane Rama Hare Krishna Hare Tava Nama Vadami Sadan Hare. That was general. Now today we will do the first one of the avatharas. In the sequence, the avatharas have this sequence. In Bhagavatadi, the kathas will come in different sequences. That was a different purpose. But Avatara mein sequence mein first to Matsya, then Kurma, then Varaha, then Narasimha. First three only animal avatars only. Fourth one is half man, has animal. Fifth one only is Purna Manusha. That is Devatarup actually. And Vamana is son of the Atiti Kashyapa, therefore Devatas they are all. So Vamana is fifth one. Parashurama is sixth one. Kshatriya. Then Rama is seventh one. Then Krishna is the eighth one, Buddha is ninth one, Kalki is 10th one. 10th is yet to come. बुद्ध आकर चले. कोई कोई जगह पे बुद्ध एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते. बिफोर कृष्णा दे आर बलरामा. तो बलरामा is said to be the seventh one, the sixth one, seventh is Krishna, eighth is Kalki. No, 8, 9, 10. That's how I conclude. They make eighth one as Balrama, ninth as Krishna, 10th as our Kalki Bhagavan. Some places because Buddha Bhagavan has not promoted the Vedas. His expressions are as if against the Vedas. Therefore, he is removed from the list of avatar in some category. हमको तो सब भगवान है, हम प्रणाम करें. He has done it with a purpose. And we have an authority of Bhagavatam and all, where Buddha Bhagavan also is said as Bhagavan. But one thing what we have to understand is, Buddha is different, Buddhism is different. Buddha is an enlightened soul. The Buddhism in which contradiction to Vedas and all of them is that is interpolated by his anuyayis. Buddha never told that. Like Christ is different, Christianity is different. Christ is a great Mahatma. Like we have so many Siddha Purushas in every gully in India. But what the things that later on people added in about, told even about him, that is all funny. गुरुदेव मजाक से कहते थे There is only one genuine Christian, and he happened to be Jew, not even Christ, Christian. Only the one genuine Christian, and he happened to be Jew, Jewish. Christ say Christianity. Before that, he is Jewish only. None of them. Anyway, our point is what? Bhagavan Buddha can be accepted as Bhagavan. Buddha is different than Buddhism, where they go against Vedas, etc. That we have to. अब होता है बाबा हिंदुइज्म में इतने सारे लोग इसमें के चीज़ों में फॉल्ट फाइंड करके एक अलग लगाते हैं. Nowadays some of the things are coming up. They teach don't worship Rama, don't worship Krishna. ये सब माया चलता रहता है. Don't worry. We are spiritual seekers. We know what goal to reach, what sadhana to do. Accordingly, we walk with minimum doubts. The one who can tell us the Shastras, Vedanta integrally, he is the one who can guide us properly. He will not misguide us. Others guide in one direction, but misguide in the other places. In this way, the 10 avatars. The first one is Matsya Avatara. Matsya Avatara Shloka we will learn today. Om Vedodhara Vichara Mate. The Lord who wanted to do the Veda Uddhara, that conviction he has got. Because at the time of Pralaya, everything is going into the deluge. The Vedas, which are the support for the entire life to live, Bhagavan wanted to protect those Vedas from deluge. Therefore, he has taken the decision of protecting the Vedas. Then, when he was doing like that, wanted to do, who are the ones who have stolen the Veda? There is the Somaka Danava, that is, this Hayagriva Neva Rakshasa has taken the Vedas. Therefore, Bhagavan in that Matsya Avatara finished that Hayagriva Rakshasa. Hayagriva Bhagavan ka bhi ek avatar hai. Finished him and saved the Vedas. Therefore, Somaka Danava Samharane. And to do these things, killing that Somaka Danava called as Hayagriva, and also to protect the Vedas, Bhagavan took an avatara, that is Meenakara. Therefore, Meenakara Sharira Namaha Hari Bhaktam Te Paripalayamam. Such a Meenakara शरीर में आकर वेदों का उद्धार करने के रास्ते में आने वाले हयग्रीव नामक राक्षस को फिनिश किया. हे हरि, and you do the harana of all ajnana of mine also. Te bhaktam, I am your devotee. Mam paripalaya, please protect me. So in me also, there is some negative fellow who doesn't want the promotion or study of the Shastras. That negative Somaka Danava, you remove and establish Veda Jnana interest in me. Give the ability to study Veda, live life according to Veda, and get the here and hereafter and the eternal results. That's how this shloka can be understood. Okay, 11 times. Om Sri Matsyavatara Paramatma Anugrahena Parabrahmanubhuti Praptyartam Samasta Devatanam Rishinam Puraneti Asokta Gurunam Muninam Matsyavatara Paramatma Darshana Praptyartam Sanatana Dharma Vedika Samskrute Hindava Samskrute Sakala Shastra Jnana Sadhananam Yukta Avatara गुरु शिष्य परंपरा युक्त पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा समस्त विश्व से आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम ये भक्ताः तत्कृते निष्ठिताः भवन्ति तेषां सर्वेषां सदा सर्वदा विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलना सामरस्य सौख्य शक्तीनां साधनानां संपदनां प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम श्री दशावतार स्तोत्रांतर्गत मत्स्यावतार मीनावतार परमात्मनः श्लोकस्य जपं पारायणं वयं सर्वे Karishyamahe. Every day I am doing this sankalpa that this we are chanting so that the world is receiving this spiritual knowledge from Sanatana Dharma India and they grow in spirituality so that that being the only solution that is applied, all other problems should go away. Clear? Start. Om Vedodhara Vicharamate Somakadhanava Samharane Meenakara Sharira Namo Hari Bhaktam Te Paripalayama Vedodhara Vicharamate Somakadhanava Samharane Meenakara Sharira Namo Hari Bhaktam Te Paripalayama Vedodhara Vicharamate Somakadhanava Samharane Meenakara Sharira Namo Hari Bhaktam Te Paripalayamam वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां वेदोद्धार विचारमते सोमकदानव संहरणे मीनाकार शरीर नमो हरिभक्तं ते परिपालय मां. So, Vedodhara Vichara. Veda has got knowledge how to live for the here and hereafter forever. So, for the Uddharana of the Veda, who is convinced. And Somaka Dana Samharane, the one who destroyed the Danava, whose name is Somaka. We are doing that Meenakara Shariraha. The one who took the name Akara of the Meena, Hari, such a Hari, the Lord Vishnu, Te Bhaktam, I am your devotee, O Lord, Mam Paripalaya, protect me. So while chanting this, we can pray to the Lord, O Lord, take the Meena Avatara and kill in me that Somakadana is not studying the Shastras and establish a Shastra Jnanam in me and let me live life accordingly, and so that I am successful outside and also spiritually. This is the what. And in the common sense thought, find goodness in others and imbibe that. Don't find fault or shortcomings or blemishes in anyone. That's not our business. We are not proofreaders. We should not get others' negativity into us. Common sense thought. Then in the Geetha, today we have seen कि यत्र काले तो अनावृत्तिम आवृत्तिम च योगिना प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालम अक्षामर्दर्शवा अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्ल शन्मासोत्तरायणं तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्मविदो जनाः. So hey Arjuna, what is the path by going which we go further and realize what is the path by going which we finish our punya papa and come back? I'm going to tell you. In that first is called Shukla Marga, that is Agnihi, Jyoti, Aha, Shukla, Shanmasa, Uttarayanam. In these five things, when they are utilized, we leave the body, Tatta Prayata Gachanti, Brahmavidha Janaha. They step by step they go to Brahmaloka, get taught by Brahmadeva or Brahmajnana. Along with Brahmadeva, he'll also get realization of Brahmanuvati, never comes back. Don't try to come back onto the earth and suffer here. मैं तो कहता हूँ भाई बार बार आने की जरूरत नहीं, पहले उत्तम लोग जाके भगवान को पाओ, then भगवान wants come to any other lokas to serve, to do his work. That's later on. So these are the three things today we have studied. By God's grace, let everything be offered at the feet of the Lord, and you be regular, serious, sincere. Learn whatever you can catch, my dear youngsters. Thanks you all. Great friends. ओम दुर्जनसज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांतिमाप्नुयात् शांतो मुच्यते वन्देभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयत् असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मामृतमगमया. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परमर्षिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. गीतामात्रे नमः. श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः. वेदव्यास महर्षिणे नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. आद्य शंकर सद्गुरवे नमः. Thank you, friends.